I was born in the 20th century at Fox on the 20th of March 1936 in the parish of Hanover, Kendall District, Hanover. Me to hand over all Mr. Perry L and all Mr. Perry S. I really do that, we take you back to Egypt and scour your brain out till you give me back my money. I'm willing to share my money with my fans that love me so much, and I wish that my fans have never have any need to be wanting of anything because they love me. So let the love cover my fans and cover their means and their wants. But they don't know that my fans, I give them to the devil. They will be burnt out.
And Lee, what was it like growing up in the country there? What was it like growing up in the country where you were born?
Well, that's where I get my education, from the trees, the plants, and the flowers, and the roses. I recognize if you put whatever you plant in the earth is going to grow. So I only plant good seed like almond tree, guinea tree, cherry tree for the birds to feed the birds, almond tree for harmony, and even for the inner harmony of the body. For good harmony you can survive, without good harmony you cannot survive. It will be war without harmony, good harmony. Bad harmony bring bad vibration, good harmony, good vibration. Aki is my favorite.
And how did you get on at school when you was a little boy?
Nothing much was coming from there. That section was blocked off totally. I was to be learned what I should know by the trees and the plants, the flowers and the roses. And they take me to Hare Krishna and have me married to the sweetest woman in the world. The sweetest wife in bed I ever had. The sweetest pussy. It made me the sweetest kid.
So you never really learnt nothing at school? No.
There was no space in there for anything like that. The only thing was loaded up in here was music and words of the elements.
So
this is a computer.
So what was the first music you heard when you was a kid?
Derek Morgan was tracing a Chinaman, so you said I'm a blackhead.
So Lee, when you left school, did you do any like normal jobs? What did you do with like directly when you left school when you was a kid?
Cut cane.
Yeah.
The next time I found myself from cutting cane to driving tractor. Just so. It just happened like that, and from driving tractor, I was sent to London to make music, and I started to make music and write. Most of my song was written here. Punky reggae party were written here in London, England. It is written in Jamaica. It's recorded in Jamaica, but written here. Most of them was written here. Introducing myself was written here. Lee Scratch Perry, I was sent from heaven to legalize ganja with fire. Happy Birthday was written here. Most of my classic was written here. Django, the whole of them, it's more like when I'm here, I'm at home. But here in Jamaica, it's so.
But that's jumping ahead a little bit, but just going back to kind of when you was in your teens.
Jamaica is really the basis for the music. And because Jamaica had a plan with England long time to free the slave, and we support what it takes. Because such government have to move and the music government have to come. When the music government is King David, right? You know King David is the big #1 champion. Well, you won't see him now, but you will see his stone is here. His brimstone might be somewhere here. Do you see his brimstone is on the wire? Well, the King David government is coming from AD to BC is one government, the music government. The only thing can comfort people on the planet Earth is music. There's nothing else can make you happy but music. So music is the AD BC government and the no future government forever. That's why ADBC is mashing up all the government, getting the Queen old, extra old.
So, kind of like, how did you first get into music though? When you first went to Kingston, who did you first work for?
Caxton and me was a dancer. And he was a little man, he wasn't big, he had bigger than him, but the big people don't have much sense. They are too, not commercial, too greedy, and too business-wise, so they couldn't see the truth. They were ready for things that can make war in dancehall, and you something rude song that you get your knife and ready to stab your brother that you should love. I get a gun to shoot your brother you should love. So those people are different people, but Coxsone was open. And the better was to do it with him more than do it with Duke Reid. Duke Reid didn't have much sense. He had to carry a gun.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
And that's not good for music.
But did you go to Duke Reid first when you first? But you didn't stay around Duke Reid?
He take the songs them and give it to his favorite singer like Stranger Cole and all those guys to sing. All about tough.
Was that rough and tough?
Rough and tough and
Yeah.
tougher than tough. All the Peter said sing tougher than tough is me right. And Joey, then they have to take him a song and give it to somebody else. Because me never ready to sing. I was not. Maybe my voice wasn't good enough for them, I think.
So when you went to Coxsone, what jobs did you do for Coxsone?
Most time me go with him, me and Malloy go everywhere. Sometimes we bleach until 4 o'clock in the morning. So what him couldn't do is like, him couldn't do everything like, so me go order record, get record press for him, go pick them up. First, and Sunday we have a workshop to know which guy we want to record next week. So me was doing that. He was doing it till after time, me started to do it and him have to do something else. So me select the good artists. And that's it.
Because you used to run auditions for Coxsone, didn't you? Which artists did you audition back then?
Actually, all of them that come there.
Yeah.
I was there before the studio put up. So all the artists them come, what was Coxsone come, they come see me there. Everyone. Whereas them come, they're not too quick. Them come there later. And Toots them, all of them was there. Gaylords. All of them, all for the artists. Almost of the artists.
And you wrote songs as well, didn't you, for them times?
With sound system?
You wrote songs for Delroy, didn't you? Delroy Wilson.
With the sound system? No, never have anything to do with the sound system.
Oh, not the sound system. You wrote songs. You wrote songs for Delroy Wilson, didn't you?
Yeah, he write most of them. Line of Judah and many more, and name them.
But you didn't really have nothing much to do with Coxsone sound.
With Coxsone sound system?
With sound system, no.
That was. We only go there with songs that we know that sound like a hit that we make from the studio and go there to listen and see a reaction of the people. Then we know that it's okay, we don't have to go back to the studio with it. So, but it won't me have anything to do with sound system. Me had have my own sound system after that time, I never even play it. Because certain people inside the dance hall, I don't want to see them.
And when did you first meet Bob Marley and the Wailers? Was that
at
Studio One, wasn't it?
Studio One, yeah. That's where we meet, at Studio One. But at that time, he was looking for the spirit. Feel them spirit, that they have two types of spirit. One spirit is good and one is evil. So I don't know which one he was feeling at that time.
But
give me little soul, oh Lord. Then we give him little soul and little more after we change his spirit and give him little soul and become, you know, we're working for somebody else. So him go his long thing hanging all over the place and then him seek a different power that will make him immortality, death.
But did you get on with Bob when you first met him?
I never loved anybody like that in my whole life. I don't know, he makes us a mistake. When you don't know real love, you're going to die. For money.
True.
When you don't recognize what is love, you're going to die because of money. Because they that turn their back on money and love shall surely die for the money.
So when did you actually start singing your own songs for Coxsone?
Me has a long hard time with him too. Him was, I don't know what to say. If he couldn't hear well.
He didn't like your voice, did
he? Maybe he couldn't hear well, so I don't want to say anything about him because I think he was a little bit too stupid for me. That's all I could say, because if you could hear man speak words that you never hear before, you don't recognize that man, you're very dumb.
But so your songs were popular?
My words are always different. I don't use words that other people use. I have no reason to do that unless it's a word like sacrilege I use. I charge the queen for sacrilege. I sack her. That I mean the words, I'm the dopey conqueror, I write that. If Bob Marley was the dopey conqueror, he could not be conquered by cancer or by coke. He'd conquer that dopey. Jolly, if I write it. If I didn't write Jolly, I would die.
So what musicians did you work in them times? In Coxon times, yeah.
I was using
Jackie
and bass, and you Malcolm and drum, Ox and guitar, and Doogie. We had two guitar, one Ox, one name and Doogie. And then we used to have Ronnie Bap first and Ox before Doogie come third, come last. And the Jackie, the tall guy who play bass, they were playing most like international classical songs. It wasn't the dead thing that I'm playing now. So after that, they were playing for too much people, and everybody had the same sound. Then people start to have my sound now because they found out who's playing it, so I fire them and take this young guy, this family man and his brother.
But this is jumping ahead. I meant really back at when you were working with Coxon, yeah. Which musicians we were around
Jackie
then?
Jackie
Mittoo, wasn't it?
That's Jackie Mittoo, that was Coxon studio band.
Yeah. And you worked with Scatterlights as well.
The Scatterlights started when we were there. We used to play at the Bournemouth and we North East. Every Sunday, and people were there. It was too full. Scatterlight. Then after the Scatterlight for the ska, then we used Jackie Mittoo for Rocksteady. And that's how it changed. There was that band Jackie, and the Ox and the Ronnie Bap start the ska. Then the Scatterlight formed themselves. Scatterlight was there with Coxon idea. Then this Mittoo, after that, I break away. I understand what happened from the Scatterlight and get the Jackson thing together. That's how it come. It was the Scatterlight with Coxon. Then after the Scatterlight with Coxon, I don't know what go wrong that Jackie come in for the Rocksteady thing. And then me leave Coxon, wasn't there anymore. Then me go farm my own Black Hawk Street, and then me has to use the Jackson. Them call it reggae. So them call it. But me didn't make it for myself. But if I inherit it, I will have to know how to deal with it. I wasn't making it for myself. The reggae. It had too much revolution, it's too much hungry men. And I didn't want them around my era, so I handed them over to Mr. Marley.
So going back though to Coxon times, is that where you first kind of learnt to work mixing board and sort of studio equipment?
Yeah.
Did you used to kind of engineer it at Coxon, or did you just arrange?
All me have to do.
Yeah.
I sometimes there, I stand there and I hear what it needed and say to the engineer that it need this. I go to the basement and say the bass line is not right, this bass line could fit it better. And so on, but I wasn't doing anything on the board, nothing at all. Everything is here. And I can tell a man what to do to make it change. But at that time, I wasn't doing his own thing, because his hands are blessed. Then if I give him my energy, I wouldn't have any power. But I could tell him, but not touch. The touch is the move. So you touch another man things which you know your hand is well blessed, you're going to give me your blessings, and you're being zapped of your energy. I was there in touch and would tell them what to do.
But they must have been exciting times, though, then, in the ska era. You know?
Of course. There's never a time of boredom where I am. Unless people deserve to be bored. Then I will ask Elohim to have them extremely bored. Elohim will do anything for me. Then if I call to Adonai, it will be worse.
So why did you leave Coxon?
Because he don't recognize strange words. And he don't recognize strange sounds. He don't recognize strange words, and you don't recognize strange sounds, then you're one-track minded. And you could be biased if you are one-track minded, and you don't hear strange words, and you don't know the meaning of strange words. You could ask, what's the meaning of that? Like the high hum. What is the high hum? Thunder.
True.
What is the high flash? Lightning.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, wake up.
So when you left Coxon, who did you go to work for directly after that?
From some little people who used to wear around, love my style and want to get in the record business, like Johnny, JJ.
That's it, yeah.
Joe Gibbs.
But
you are Joe Gibbs and who again? See your memory card up some because I don't
You made a record for JJ though, innit? Give Me Justice, innit?
Right, then you're right there. That's what God said, to give justice to the people.
And you work with Buster as well. With Buster, you helped Buster on some tunes.
Judge Dredd. That's where we found the Dredd situation. We are responsible for all the Dredd that go in Jamaica because we make it a hit and put the Judge and the Dredd on the seat to Judge. And after we put the Dredd on the seat to Judge, we put the control in the Dredd hand.
But what other Buster tunes did you work on? Because did you do stuff on Ghost Dance and Johnny Cool?
It's cat. I didn't scare the Judge Dredd. And now the good thing we come up with is in everywhere. I don't remember how the Dredd them gained so much power. That's it. The Judge was a Dredd. You see what happened? So they put the Judge to sit in the Dredd to put in the judgment. And the Dredd sit in our head and take over the fucking thing. That's why the Bob Marley thing's so big. It's extra big, you know. Fuck. Dredd. So by right, Stuff Gang is mine if me want to find a lawsuit against him, but I'm not that dirty. I didn't charge him for it, it was free. And it was his blessing, so it's happened. It's extremely big. A Tough Gang mean the bell.
Yeah.
You know that? Good. The bell. Right. So it was like that Prince Buster have the idea. He was a ballad and me was a ballad and we want to discipline some soldiers and police with a mental disturbance. So that's the only alternative we really have to bring in the Dredd, to disturb the government in Jamaica. The government is the police and the soldier. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So you call it the revolution. It's a revolution, a mental revolution to disturb the other people who is pressuring the other people to get justice. To get justice for the people. You understand?
Yeah, I do understand what you're saying.
So how I get involved with him there, because I know exactly what he was trying to do. Then he called me Emmanuel Zacharias Zaki Palm. He calls me the right name. So that's how I was saying. I wasn't doing it for money, because if him see me as Emmanuel Zacharias Zaki Palm, he was seeing me as the rain and the palm tree in a vision. So I helped him without any small money, because he was seeing a vision how to take the justice. Then Emmanuel means God is with us forever. As an angel that's come here and take on flesh and blood, and they really love my color more than your color, and trust my color, and very much I didn't know that you couldn't trust human being. And I played dead, and when I wake up, after they think I did, all the black was gone, all my tape was gone. All this session in Black Ark Studio disappear.
And how about going right back again to the sort of to the 60s, when you'd like linked with Joe Gibbs, because you helped Joe Gibbs, didn't you?
I did it from a free heart. I love to do it. I'm not a businessman, but my duty is to help people. I'm an angel.
Because Gibbs told me that he didn't, everything he kind of knew about music he learnt from you. He
said he
didn't know anything about music.
It was my job. I like to see people rich. I don't like to see poor people too much.
So how did I Am the Upsetter come about, the track you did for Gibbs?
I discovered what word can do. And I can create my own death, and I don't want it. We couldn't have too much upsetters. Too much upsetters is not good, and too much rat cannot dig a good hole, because each one wants his own power for a reason. And if you have power only for evil, then you are dead, like Bob Marley and Peter Touch.
But that record's against Coxon, though, isn't it? You made that record against Coxon. You made that record against Coxon.
I Am the Upsetter?
Yeah.
To remember it, I know his walk and dry on his foot is the upsetter, it is not me. He don't have downbeat anymore. The beat that he make downbeat mean to beat down people. I wouldn't do that. I make a beat to lift up people, not to beat them down. Now he make this downbeat and he's walking dry on his foot now. I'm 64 and I can stand like this for hours.
Cool. Cool.
For hours. I don't have to shake. And he's doing that. Because the beat he make, down beat, I make upbeat to uplift people, make them rich. Like Joe Gibbs said, he didn't have anything when he meet me first. The wife could say, I make you rich, you hold me. You don't owe me anything, nothing.
What artist did you produce at Joe Gibbs?
Hmm?
What artist did you produce for Joe Gibbs?
Him know them, I don't remember them. Listen,
Yeah.
this, I have to be careful because some of the people that drop out of my, I am a genie, and I drop out some people out of my future. I don't want to call a name to bring them back to life. I know 75% of the world is dead. And I'm telling you, he's only 30% will be securing for the future. So I don't want to call a dead name here. He knows them.
Yeah.
And like him said so. Even Toots Animators, I was involved at Coxon. But Toots not so name Toot because they go one Toot. So it's that competition again. God don't like that. God named the real, the uncommon king named Toot. So we can't have two Toot.
So, but you was with Joe Gibbs for about a year, weren't you, making records for
Maybe
Gibbs?
more. Everything, we don't say, because Coxon stupid, as I say. If he wasn't stupid, that would never happen. Because we were planning to take it over from long time because he's stupid and not listening right. I shall not remove the line of drill shall break every chain. And my song and me can't sing them and give it to other guys to sing it and I have exported. But then even write is me write it. Written by Lee Scratch Perry. The way open for him and it was fucking stupid and getting so me get that's how me and Joe Gibbs come to hammer him. He deserved it, he asked for it. You understand?
Yeah, yeah, totally, yeah.
He asked for it before me go open the Black Ark. So me want everything to be black now, that's why I open the Black Ark. To let all the black people walk over the white people. Then we all would dead. And I have no chance.
When you left Joe Gibbs, you started the Upsetter label, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And you made People Funny Boy.
That's
Tell us the story about that, why you made that record.
Talking about the Joe Gibbs and Cox and the whole of them. Them don't recognize what I'm doing for them and they don't understand because it's only the money them after. Soon as they have the money and reach the top, they don't remember how them start anymore. They want how much studio with big machines and to show how much been big and then I have no use for 24 track. It doesn't make any sense. Because I will make 4 tracks and make your 24 tracks look like you're wasting time and energy and wasting money and you shouldn't have the money to waste that much. I can put maybe 9 voices on 1 track and you wonder how that happened. Right.
Right. So when did you start the Upsetter label then?
Well, it's after Joe Gibbs.
Yeah.
After Joe Gibbs made several they're really funny, yes. So why don't we do something? So we arrange to make it totally black. That all we really black people have the power and white people don't have no power. And we do so to come. So somebody wake me up and said, then Abraham have some people and then don't black. So what's going to happen to do is what the father Abraham set up here because it's not really black. What's going to happen?
But you worked with Clancy Eccles as well, didn't you, in them times?
I wish you didn't call those names.
Sorry, sorry, Scratch.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I close my eyes on that generation with a terrible curse. The curse of poverty. Curse of poverty. What they deserve they get. Never to have any chance to enter into Father Abraham's family. Never.
So
Do you know Father Abraham's family? You don't know them.
No.
They are from Africa. First we make them black and it couldn't work, so next we make them black and white to make it work. But too much black not good, it's too dark and you won't see the light. It's when it's so dark, if you don't open your eye, you won't see the light. Close your eye. And it's black. Suppose all of us was going around with that those closed eye, what would happen? We keep bumping into each other. We need some light, so we make them black and white. When you open light, it's white. Once I was black, but now I am white. Once I was black, now I am white. Once I was black, now I am white. I am the light, the eyes are the light.
Right, but you had a big hit though with People Funny Boy.
Sure, because people are really funny.
Yeah, people, yeah, but it was a big hit though, wasn't it? Sold
It's
a lot
everywhere.
of records.
That was my big start. It gave me everything because it was reality and I was speaking the truth, so it says it's true. And if it's justice, so it is. So be it then. People are funny. And I write Man to Man is so unjust, Bob Marley write it and die. It's really funny. Man to Man is so unjust, and I always say, if it is true, I have some family and they rob my tape and thief my tape, and I'm going to see if it's really you cannot trust one of them. And me and my wife go to Jamaica and we said, all right, we must have to find out why. If this one, they say all of my kids, and then we're going to see if we can trust them to be true. And leave all my tape. And by the time he reach and leave there, he phoned his mother somewhere that the tape them are there. And the mother come, they went to take the rest of the tape and sell them out all over for coke. Small money all over England, everywhere. So it's proof that you cannot trust them.
So were you surprised when Return of the Django became a hit in late 60s?
It was really surprising, but they said the mystery of God is marvelous. Because Django have something to do with the David. He didn't know who he shoots, and he didn't give him his gun to shoot, but something told him to shoot, and he took up his gun. I could remember the time he took up his gun and saw, because he was really a gunman, always a gunman. He's the first revolutionary, the first gunman. So after he gets mad and so, think he shoot the guy, when he looked, the bullet was in the light. So he wasn't intending to kill a human being, but the bullet the one way to go, instead of to shoot a man. Where to go. So that's what Django. He shoot first and asks who die. That's where Django going now. Do you see the American dollars there?
Yeah.
Do you see everything Mary from $1 to $5 to $1,000? Or should it drop down more?
No, hold it. $1,000.
That's a thousand. Tell me what you see. $1,
1, 9,
10, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50,
49, 50.
100,
Yeah.
500, 1,000. Where's that's where we going now? Capitol Hill and Wall Street. You sure that's there? That's the program. Good.
So you come and toured England though, didn't you? Sort of.
Huh?
You came and toured in England in
Everything I do,
1969.
I always write. I write punk reggae party here.
Yeah, I know,
Mr.
but-
Blackwell and Bob Marley says dear, so let them have it. I'm not worried. I'm not shooting at idiot anymore. I'm shooting at the IMF. Why should I shoot the IMF? I should give you my card. Should I give you my card? Should I give you my cards that you can know I am land of my words? This is my cards that you may know that I'm the man of my words.
Can I keep this? Wicked.
I give you my cards so you may know that I am a man of my words, and I have the power to change my words, and have the power to change my song, and have the power to take over the crown. Then you can put that on the television too. That could be looking very nice.
Nicely.
And I'm overdue. Good. If you are so together, then make the program be like it should be. This is the program if you want to see it. All right. This is the program. Is Jamaica this? Montego Bay tourist industry? Is the money on the other side? Then you to ask me to turn the other side when you're ready. You turn the other side? La 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 la. Should I turn it upside down? Is it okay like that? You like that? Then should I do it so? How you think about that? The pound over the dollars. They will keep the America down. They don't have anything but boom and ammunition. We don't want that. I should have turned the other side on. This is good. All right, look one more now. Now, if you see Jamaica like this, and Jamaica wearing the crown, how would that look? Is that center good?
Yeah, that's great.
And you see Jamaica?
Yeah, see Jamaica.
Then why you don't take one like that and take one like this? So, again.
Yeah.
Right. No. I need something to drink now. This is very good. This is very good. And this is very good. Like the way it should.
So Lee, could you tell us how you came to sort of record the Wailers then?
Well, Bob Marley was trailing me because he knew that his thing wasn't perfect and he was looking for some spirit that didn't live. So somebody, when I spirit tell him, said, when can I get you to come to me? So he did come to me and contact me here when I was in London here. He was having some gunman with him, clad in mass up and lips, guy, big Jamaican, big gunman with a lip, big long so, big lip, ugly guy. So finally, they wasn't with him when him trailed me. Him come alone. And we was down in Shepherd Bush in Chris Blackwell apartment and everywhere together. And we write the song.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like when you sort of like when you first started producing the Wailers, sort of like at the end of the 60s.
It started here.
Well, it started here, like
Funky Reggae Party.
no, before that, like
Before that was Cox with Coxon.
no, with the stuff that you recorded with the Wailers, all your productions.
No,
When Bob came to you at the end of the 60s.
That was it. I don't know how it happened here, but something happened here first before.
Before you met.
Before
you
he come
linked
back to Jamaica, because he was living in Miami.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he'd have to leave Miami and come back to Jamaica. But something was happening, like him didn't have to come to me for some reason. It was, I think it's a part of prophecy. He was wanted to be American star a long time. But he couldn't work, maybe they couldn't find the rhythm to match with his brain or what's not. So it all come back down to me.
So it was you who put Carlton and Aston Barrett together with
With the band.
Bob, yeah.
With drum and bass, that's the band. Because once you have the bass and the drum good, you don't have to worry. You can hire anybody to fill in the rest of the space because that's the rhythm. That's what many people dance. The rhythm. People dance to the bass all the time and the drum. So once you have a good thing like that going, cooking the family, you can't lose.
But then Wailers songs that you first produced are different from any other sort of music that was going on then, because you slowed the rhythm
Because
right
they're
down.
spiritual.
But why did you slow the rhythm down again? Because you took the rhythm right away from that
To
fast
open the
reggae
space for
the
to
slow.
listen, to hear the space. Because if everything is going together, wow, it's be a confusion for your ears. You need an open space. That you go there and say what's going on over there. Instead of if you just go in there like that, you go crazy quick. You are moving too fast.
Were you starting to engineer then in them times?
Yeah.
You started to engineer in them times?
Yeah, me started to get inside there and because we want to make this Bob Marley, the singer. He was really the best melody writer ever.
So what were the first songs that you did with Bob and the Wailers? First
Really?
sessions?
Remember, but him coming the idea like he was frustrated and he didn't have any original songs he wanted to sing. more than he would want to copy like James Brown and all the guy, but my cup is overflowing, I don't know what to do and all them things. So me as well make it. I guess that's what him come to offer, that him says a confession, so me record them.
You wrote small acts for them, didn't you?
And Duppy Conqueror. And Jolly, and that's the way we started to open the way for him. Because he was cup overflow, me to say you suicide, you are sick, I try everything and you know it's not there. So then they say, all right, Duppy, if they Duppy them, someone Duppy them and you're sure you conquer them for you. And show that Jolly. And draw small axe and chop up the Duppy them. Him says him write it, but him should remember that the Duppy them will come back and say, I know you didn't write it. That's why I come back for you and fly you away.
But them records so good in Jamaica.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And all the CD, those are the million. We sell those what my name upon. But they were so cheap that they couldn't look and say, one day, you know, think one day I'm going to think, say, we should pay him some money, and that day me always pan. And then could think says my name, depending on why my name was on it, and I know me write them.
Right.
Why is his name and Bob Marley biggest seller and him didn't write them?
So how come you stopped working with the Wailers sort of in that first period
You
of time?
still working with them now? Have them so honest and giving me so much justice? Hey, then if me still work with them, they should cut my throat next. That they should use the small axe on me now. And just chop you up and say the devil live.
But then after the Wailers...
The devil won't live.
Yeah. After them...
You know why? The devil can't live because Shiva is here. Shiva is born. And any dread no worship Shiva shall not have any future. And me make Shiva. And Shiva is the goddess. That's the one. You see the one drop? You didn't see the one drop. Did you see it on the camera?
Yeah, we see it.
No more time to rap.
So anyway...
The Shiva.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
who can live without Shiva? All the dread in America sight Shiva come in and start to pray to Shiva. Every dread. Because if one dead, no king cannot pray to Shiva. And then it's your long more live.
But back to the music anyway, Scratch. When after...
That's the music.
You must have had a musical reason for building your own studio.
The musical reason
It must be to find a
oneself
sound that you
is-
couldn't get
is-
anywhere else.
I was building the master brain, and the master himself, his name is Melchizedek, the high priest. And after we mixed him too much, he was getting allergic to the darkness, and he cried out for light. So I have to burn down the block. It was 2 blocks. I burned off the blocks, them locks, and put a curse on their head and open the light, turn on the light. And Melchizedek preferred the light than the darkness. Then Melchizedek said, behold, it is done, the children of darkness have seen the great light.
But Black Ark was very successful though, wasn't
I
it?
know,
Very successful.
I know what I have to do. I am the Obia man, and I am the voodoo man, and I know who love me and who love me is them I'm going to save. Who jealous of me must die. I am the king, and I give only justice. I'm not biased.
But that had a very, very special sound, didn't it, there?
Listen.
But you must be proud
Jesus
of that
will
music
tell
still,
you,
though.
if you're not following Jesus, you're not following your body. If you can't make a sacrifice, you're not doing nothing. I will make sacrifice to them that really love me. Anything that is too good for the people who don't deserve it, I wipe it out. Elohim promised me a new race, and I believe in Elohim.
So why did you destroy the Black Ark then, Scratch?
It's black magic. It's evil. To my fans, they will be happy forever, and there is no reason why my fans should not be happy. Because they that believe in me, they shall not die.